Hello, everyone. Just a quick disclaimer. I'm gonna be reviewing or analyzing the review of Gamespot's Arkham Knight review. I haven't played the game, but I'm gonna delve into the review itself. What I think was lacking within the review and my criticisms. I also have Arkham Knight, the limited edition, I believe it is, pre-ordered with the statue of Batman, not the one who got cancelled. So I'm in no way any spokesperson for uh, for Rocksteady or Batman or whatever. So these are just my own opinions. So yeah, let me screen share. Uh, 1 second, and let's go ahead and watch. I just watched it, so I'm gonna watch it again now. 1 second, just making sure that you guys can hear me.
You still know how to make an entrance.
Batman is a troubled hero, and past Arkham games haven't shied away from exploring his dark side. Arkham Knight is no exception. In this open-world adventure, the Caped Crusader growls his way through one confrontation after another in which he must question his role in Gotham's current crisis. We've seen
That's a good introduction, so yeah. Continue.
this before. The game covers so much familiar thematic ground that you can only say, I know, the many, many times you're reminded that Batman's brand of justice puts those he loves in harm's way.
So why does that matter? I mean, that's a common trope within superheroes, because the villains know how the only weakness a superhero really has are the loved ones. A superhero has, like Batman. So I find it strange to include it in the review, but all right. We know reviews are our opinions, but I still think reviews should be as objective as possible.
It's fortunate, then, that Arkham Knight, for all the areas it revisits, features the qualities developer Rocksteady has infused its previous games with: superb production values, hard-hitting combat, and a wonderful sense of freedom as you soar above the skies of Gotham. There is one iconic object looming over the freedom, however, and that is the Batmobile. For the first time in this series, you can leap into the famous vehicle and zoom down the streets of Gotham. The driving itself is slick and satisfying, but there's no beating the incredible rush of using your line launcher to fling yourself through the sky.
Okay, that seems like a personal preference uh, of the reviewer, because some others might actually like playing the Batmobile and vehicular combat. I mean, people like Twisted Metal, so I mean, yeah, let's continue.
Not to mention that taking to the air is usually faster. As a result, Arkham Knight is constantly trying.
Why does it matter if it's faster? Depends on. It's just a way of getting yourself from point A to B. Isn't it up to the player to actually choose if he or she wants to play the game or transport themselves from A to B with a car or through the air? I mean, it's very cherry picking here. In my opinion.
To justify the Batmobile's presence. Particularly in the latter third of the story, you're constantly forced to get behind the wheel and take part in tedious vehicular battles against remotely manned drones. When you first engage in this kind of combat, which turns the Batmobile into the world's most agile tank, it's a delight. But in spite of the upgrades you earn over time, EMP blasts, the ability to hack enemy drones, and so forth, the Batmobile battles never become more interesting, just more monotonous, as they seem to go on forever. The Batmobile is also the centerpiece of a number of mediocre boss encounters and all manner of puzzles. It's forced upon you at every turn, even in the many challenges Riddler provides you. So don't be surprised.
Don't you mean the optional optional riddle puzzles. So why it doesn't matter if the Batmobile is there if it's just optional? I mean, yeah.
Surprised if you end up muttering to yourself, too much Batmobile.
This sounds like the criticism IGN had with the Pokemon review with too much water. I mean,
Arkham Knight is at its best when you're given the freedom you both need and deserve. What a treat it is to look down upon this beautiful and derelict city, which has been deserted by most citizenry due to Scarecrow's most recent threat to release a hallucinogenic toxin into the streets. Batman is beautifully animated and an absolute joy to control. To soar towards Man-Bat and tackle the shrieking beast, and to zip to higher vantage points only to descend onto a rider and deliver a hard kick, these are the moments that represent Arkham Knight at its very best.
Everybody fan out and stay sharp. We're still at the
Hand-to-hand combat continues to set the bar high, and is so hard-hitting it's difficult to believe the near-constant reminders that Batman isn't killing anyone. But melee battle...
Why does that even matter? I mean, is the combat fun? I mean, he doesn't kill people. They made it obviously clear. Why? Oh, okay. Oh, let's continue.
Feels so good, giving Batman's fists as much raw power as any hammer or club. Stealth combat sequences, which offer astounding flexibility in how you approach enemies, are as good as ever. Slinking through vents, taking down a goon, and zipping away is as rewarding as it is to sabotage your armed foes with your disruptor rifle, causing their weapons to malfunction and leave their owners open to attack. Smart level design and a large array of gadgets, a remote electrical charge, a hacking device, and so forth, keep each stealth room as interesting as the last. Arkham Knight's most memorable sections deviate from the norm and vary the pace. Batman pieces together the past by investigating crime scenes and examines dead bodies for clues to their identities. The resulting puzzles are clever, and the related tasks, such as rewinding and fast-forwarding security footage, make you feel like an active participant in a real analysis. The game constantly digresses, asking you to team up with comrades like Nightwing and Robin to deliver cooperative beatdowns, and to perform all number of secondary missions.
Yeah, but those are optional, right? So why does the game digress when it's optional?
Which incorporate villains like Penguin, Two-Face, and Firefly. Arkham Knight is loaded with villains, actually, including the one that gives the game its name, Arkham Knight himself. His identity is meant to be the game's greatest mystery, but conspicuous foreshadowing and a reliance on age-old superhero cliches make every supposed surprise easy to guess hours before it's actually...
Well, that depends, I think, on how familiar you are with the comics, and I've still stayed clear from spoilers, but it would probably be more obvious for fans, big fans of the series who are more knowledgeable. That's just me.
Sprung on you. There are some tense story beats and moving events, but your two primary goals, to stop Scarecrow's evil toxin plot and to confront and unmask the Arkham Knight, are way too predictable to be compelling. And because the game loads up on repetitive combat encounters towards the story's end, both in and out of the Batmobile, there's an air of tedium surrounding what should be the plot's greatest reveals. There's no questioning Batman Arkham Knight's attention to detail. Enemies remark upon how many fallen comrades they've counted thus far. Batman drifts through Gotham like a hot knife glides through butter and exhibits the exact right amount of stickiness as he approaches surfaces. But it's worth noting that...
Yeah, why doesn't he go into depth why he feels that way? Right amount of stickiness. What does he even mean by that? That you don't die when you do a mistake, or yeah, it's really vague what he means by this.
What Arkham Knight does well is what Arkham City also did well, and that game nailed the particulars better than does Arkham Knight. Nevertheless, this is an entertaining game that makes up for its lack of impact by refining the fundamentals.
It's over, hero. Goodbye.
So let's go through what they actually covered. Batmobile is bad. The gameplay is, or the combat is good. He prefers transportation through air. I liked some of the puzzles, but again, mentioning too much Batmobile in boss fights and stuff like that. The story is monotonous or predictable, I would say. But that leaves a lot that he didn't cover. What about the sound, voice acting? Are the characters even good? He didn't touch that. Are the actual team ups good, or the side stories? He only said you had to digress. What about how long the game is? How much value do you get from the game? How long is the main story? How long is the how long can you expect to get all the side stories? How many hours? I just think there's a lot he didn't cover. I'm probably gonna read the written review because I think this video review is sloppy. Let's stop sharing. Cause yeah, again, I think Kevin Van Rode is a bad reviewer. How long can you, when it comes to games on the site? So, oh well, those are just my opinions. When I don't, as I said, I don't have any issues with scores. I didn't like the review because I think it was too vague. 193 upvotes, 286 with mine downvotes. Oh, hey, you guys who's watching. So yeah, share your opinions on if I screwed up somehow, or if I did something right. Leave the comments and thoughts and criticism of this video in the comments below. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.